Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 34 of the Diversey BW Hotelier, the GM Show series, season 2. And I'm in a great location today. In fact, I'm virtually in a great location today. I'm in Kashmir. Jammu, Kashmir are special. They are the crown of India. And what a place to be in. We were in the south, we were in the west, we were in the east, we were in the northeast. Now we are at the very top. And I have a very good topic to discuss today, beyond boundaries, elevating hospitality in Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh. Joining me today are 5 of the finest general managers. But before I bring them in, let me bring in my partner to the show, Diversey, with this video. Thank you. So like I said, it's a damn good show today. Very interesting, diverse people. You have Jammu, you have Katra, you have Pahalgam, you have Gulmarg, you have Srinagar, you name it. I haven't been to Kashmir. Let me not hide that from you. But a bit on the show today, beyond boundaries, elevating hospitality in Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh. Let me straight away roll in with the first general manager, the first star, like I always call them. They're brilliant gentlemen who run fantastic properties. I welcome Jitendra Chand. He's the general manager of the Vivanta, Dalview in Srinagar. In fact, he's just come in today from Hyderabad. He was on vacation. Welcome to the show, Jitendra.
Good afternoon, Bhuvanesh. Great to have you and great to be in your show.
I'm delighted to have you here.
Pleasure is all mine.
Hyderabad to Srinagar, distinct change in temperatures. And
definitely.
Welcome to the show, Jitendra.
Thank you very much.
Next is Raj Thakur. He comes in from Katra. He's the general manager of the Ramada by Wyndham. Welcome to the show, Raj. All right. Next in is Gurmeet Randhawa. Gurmeet is the general manager of the Radisson Pahalgam Golf View Resort. A great general manager. He's actually also building a property and opening one in Srinagar. Welcome to the show, Gurmeet.
Thank you, Bhuvanesh. Thank you so much. And it's a privilege to be on your show. And likewise, great mind all over here.
Delighted
thank you so
to
much.
have you on the show. And thank you. You're traveling and you're logging in remotely.
That's how hospitality works about, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Next in is my old friend. He was earlier in Delhi, Roop Pandita. He's the general manager of the Welcomhotel by ITC, Pine and Peak, Pahalgam. Welcome to the show, Roop.
Good evening, Mr. Khanna. Thank you very much for allowing me this opportunity to be on this show today. It is a privilege.
Can you open your camera, Roop? Your camera is off. Yeah. Thank you, Roop.
Yeah. So thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity, and good evening, fellow colleagues, and good evening to the people who will be watching this.
All right. One moment. Next in is my good friend Ritesh Sharma. He's the general manager of the Holiday Inn Katra, Vaishno, Devi. Welcome to the show, Ritesh.
Good evening, Mr. Khanna. Thank you, first of all, for inviting me and giving me this platform. So once again, thank you. And good evening to all my fellow panelists and to all the viewers. Thank you.
Thank you for being there. Delighted to have you there.
Same here, sir. Same here.
All right. Now, let me introduce the show to you all. I've spoken about the subject. Let us embark on a journey that transcends geographical and cultural boundaries in this episode of the Diversey BW Hotelier GM Show, Season 2, Episode 34, and unfold the narrative of luxury hospitality in the Union territories of Jammu, Kashmir, and Ladakh. These regions adorned with unparalleled beauty, have become epicenters of tourism potential, drawing travelers from across the globe. Join us as we delve into the challenges and opportunities faced by general managers like you, steering luxury hotels in these union territories and exploring their pivotal role in contributing to the broader tourism narrative. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for being there. Without much ado, if I may begin the proceedings of the show today with you, Jitendra. May I begin? All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So let's talk about the tourism resurgence. To Jammu and Kashmir has seen what not very many locations in India have seen. Goa is brilliant.
Right.
Radisson is good. So are the other places. But something special has happened in Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Talk to us about the resurgence of tourism in Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh, and showcase, if you can, showcase the secure and inviting environments for the travelers.
Okay. Well, all this started post, like they say, there is a silver lining around a dark cloud. So that's what has happened here. Post-COVID, till COVID, the tourism was very badly affected in this region right from 2015 onwards. Most of all the years there were disruption and disturbance, and for 4-5 months the things used to be impacted. And then came COVID, and post-COVID, once the lockdown was taken off, there was and the international borders were still closed and people were not able to travel. So there was this segment of people who had traveled to most of the places in India, and Kashmir was one of the new location for them, for which they had not traveled. And then they started off traveling with the first set of people who started moving in 2021 post the COVID. And this was also a high-end, traveler who was looking at luxury and basically safety, security, hygiene. These were the top criteria, and they started traveling. And post that, once these people started spreading the word around in their social circles and in their groups that they've had an amazing trip, that's when this surge started. And the way this surge started in 21 or towards the end of 21 was a lot of hotels, we were not able to keep pace with this unexpected surge, and it just came in hordes. And whatever we were trying to prepare, we were a lot of times we were not able to meet up to that kind of a demand. By 22, this surge was the hotel was ready to cope up, and 22 and 23 have been unprecedented years in the tourism sector in this region. In fact, last year we have done around 1.8 crore tourists. This year it is quite close to it, and the government is very sure that they will exceed and set new records for the number of tourists traveling to this region. So I mean, these are the basic and the safety and security which has been prevalent. Like last 2 years, I haven't seen any not a single day which has been affected in any way because of any demonstration or any curfew or anything. Nothing. Everything has been totally peaceful, and all the tourist locations, there has never been any incident. There has been no thing which has affected tourists in any way. So, these are primarily the key reasons why there is this, such a huge surge of tourists flocking to these places. And also in Kashmir, I believe in the early 90s was also one of the go-to places in India. So, during the course of the places when I'm interacting with the customers and all, I met a lot of people who said that 30 years, 25 years back they came, and then after that they couldn't come. And it's only now that when, they've heard about how things are, peaceful, and there's everything is very good. That they wanted to come along with the family and show them this place. So primarily, these couple of things have played a huge role in getting these tourists back to this region. And also the government under the Honorable LG Mr. Manoj Sinha is very, very proactive, and they're doing all that they can to enhance and make it better, and upgrade the facilities, services, infrastructure. Although still lots can be done and a lot is being done, but these things have helped in a big way for us to get tourists back into this region. Bhuvanesh.
Great. The positive word of mouth has actually done wonders for the industry. The government has been very proactive. The safe climate has been good overall, but there is also a lot of focus on Kashmir. My worry is that we are development of new hotels could have kept better pace, and we would have thoda ADR pe to farak padta, but then a whole lot of tourists would have come in. So good ADRs. I'm sure you guys are freaking out with your ADRs.
No, we are, but as you mentioned, now we have some hotels coming and things are going to streamline in the coming months or maybe year ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, Jitendra. Let me just walk across with a small question to Raj. Raj, let's talk about MICE opportunities. Talk to us and analyze for us the potential for MICE in Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh.
If I would talk about the MICE opportunities about entire UT of J&K, initially due to COVID and before that, the Pakistan, do such nuisance activities, then terrorism things and other things.
Let's talk about the positive sides. Let's leave out people who have come.
So name them. If even the government of J&K also involved to establish a new business venture in Jammu and Kashmir, which would be helpful for the MICE opportunity in all aspects. If we will talk about last couple of years, the government has give confidence to the investors to invest in J&K, and the investor has invested more than 66,000 crore in Jammu, Kashmir, UT, and more than 1,500 units has established, which is a good sign because those investors are finding place for the small meetings, like incentives, and giving an opportunity to the local people in regard for the employment as well. If we'll talk about Katra, Katra is a very small town in Riyasi district, but of course, if we'll talk about the tourist point of view, more than 1.95 tourists has traveled last year, 2022, but we will talk about 2023, it's more than 2 CR. So the tourism department of Jammu and Kashmir also taking initiatives and responsibilities and organizing fam trip along with the hotelier to explore Jammu, explore Katra, explore Srinagar, Ladakh, and other virgin valleys as well, which would be increase the tourism. If I will talk about Katra, in Katra there are a couple of hospitals established. So due to that reason, we are getting meetings to Katra as well. If I will talk about my hotel in that regard, we have a huge banqueting space. We can do meetings for 20 to 100 people and others like events. Like people are looking for Katra and Jammu and Kashmir for the destination wedding as well, because safety and security of the tourists is very, very important, and which is the government has proved. And the G20 summit held at Srinagar in this year itself. So that is also a great example. So such things government is doing, and other like the private investors are also showing interest. A lot of hotels are coming, like in Jammu, like in Katra, like in Srinagar as well. If you uh, uh, then in Ladakh there is no like 5-star hotels, but of course in future the investors are looking hotels in Ladakh as well. So
Thank you
all
so much.
together,
Thank you so much, Raj. That's very interesting to know. Yes, the focus is back, and MICE is something which is really going to drive the business. Yes, of course, the travelers, the tourism potential is huge, but MICE is another good revenue stream and also gives an option to showcase the state in good light, the UT in good light. Thank you so much, Raj. Let me move to you, Gurmeet. Gurmeet, I want to specifically pick on your mind on branded luxury hotels and their absence in numbers. I'm not saying they're absent. Like I began with the first question when Jitendra and we were speaking, it's about the low numbers of branded hotels, right? Can you help address the current absence of these branded luxury hotels in desired numbers in Jammu, Kashmir, and Ladakh, especially Ladakh, and its implications on the hospitality sector? I want to pick your brains because you're heading some important properties, and also you are developing this hotel in Srinagar. Can you throw some light, sir?
Certainly. Thank you, Bhuvanesh. Nicely articulated question. Let me start with that how a brand works, first of all. Brand is basically an assurance and a promise to all its stakeholders, be it owners, be it employees, or be it its guest. For guests, it's just like assurance that they'll get good services, good product, and worth of money they spent. For the owners, it's just like multifold benefits in terms of ADR, in terms of their reputations. And thirdly, for employees, it's definitely works as a reputation or a matter of prestige that they're working with an international brand or domestic brand, so whatever it may be. My both colleagues, Jitendra and Raj, they have rightly said that the demand side surge in the region, in J&K region. But if you see with the demands, not all areas are covered with the branded hotels. Certainly, there is a miss, especially if I talk about right from Ladakh. Till date, there is no brand hotel which has come up over there. Quite standalone hotels who are good in repute. They are doing their bit. And if you move down from there, like Gulmarg still have not got any chance to come up with any branded hotel, except the very prominent hotel over there, Khyber, which has made its prestige over there. Talk about Sonmarg. Sonmarg has recently come up 3 hotels over there established, which are branded, which is 2 from the Radisson side. One is Country Inn and one is Radisson and one Lemon Tree. And in pipeline, there is 4 Points by Sheraton is also coming up very soon. Sonmarg is on development, I must say, and so is the Pahalgam. Pahalgam has, in the past, it had only one hotel, Pine and Peak ITC. My elite colleague is in this group, and he would vouch for this. Radisson has come up in the year of December 2021, on 14 December. And after that, there is no branded hotel has come up so far. But yes, of course, government has some plans to develop all these areas, Gulmarg, Pahalgam, Sonmarg, along with Jammu and Srinagar. In Pahalgam, we hope to have one more branded hotel in coming years ahead, down the line, maybe 2 or 3 years. And on the same ground, if you see Srinagar and Jammu, they have developed a lot of brands are coming up over there, especially Jammu and Katra. These 2 belts are strongly coming up with the renowned brands, and you would see that it's always beneficial for all stakeholders once the brand gets established. And of course, Srinagar will have new Radisson collections in coming days ahead, coming months ahead. So that's the first Radisson collection hotel coming to India, which will be operated very soon by Radisson Hotel Groups. With this, I think that overall, if I see J&K, the entire region, there are almost like 3,000 hotels, which are listed hotels on various sites. But out of which I can say only 60 to 50 to 60 are the branded hotels. So I still feel that there is a lot of area which the authorities need to be like liberalized to lucrate more brands into the region, and that will help all segments, all stakeholders, and the locals as well.
Thank you so much, Gurmeet. Yes, I learn of a lot of development, like I did discuss with you offline also. But like they say, ye dil mange more. So Kashmir needs a lot more hotels, lot more brands. So luxury is when your top of the pyramid brands make their presence felt. Yeah, so good.
Right.
Let me just walk across to your neighbor in Pahalgam, Roop. It's time to pick on, you're somebody who's a local. So let's talk about cultural sensitivity. Can you address the importance of cultural sensitivity in luxury hospitality, more so with the spec of Kashmiri culture and respecting the traditions and values of the local communities?
Yes, thank you very much. A very important subject that you asked me to ponder on, because culture sensitivity is of very utmost importance. Cross-cultural interactions with our colleagues or even our clients can either strengthen our connections or help us succeed and grow in life, or they can work against us as well. So, what is cultural sensitivity? Now, various definitions can be attributed to this, but speaking from the layman's language, cultural sensitivity is just being aware that there are differences culturally between individuals and groups. Understanding that cultural difference can have an impact on people's behaviors and communication skills accordingly. One needs to be respectful and non-judgmental towards fellow colleagues, towards other cultures, being very curious and open to learn about other people's cultures. So, culture difference at workplace is something which one needs to take care of and handle at the moment, given the current scenarios, not only at the demographies where we are working, where I'm working right now, but across the other areas as well. So, what are the few examples wherein we can understand from a simpler language what indifference to cultural sensitivity means? Basic communication style, for example. Eye contact is an important example. Some people perceive it to be a sign of respect, but others would consider it confrontational at the same time. Inappropriate possibly. Relationship styles. Some cultures are more task oriented. They focus on the competence at work. Others are little flexible. They focus on building personal relationships. Degree of formality is very important. The way people dress, how they address to their superiors, to their fellow colleagues, to customers, and how they communicate can be formal or informal depending on various cultures. So these are various examples, basically how, one can be culturally different or indifferent without caring for cultural sensitivity, and how, one particular aspect of your behavior can define you, whether you're being sensitive or non-sensitive to a culture. Being very aware, and representing the cultural differences amongst the employees and creating an environment that values diversity, promotes inclusivity is very important. It involves understanding your cultural backgrounds. It shapes your communication styles. It enhances your decision making processes and work dynamics. If I talk about this place in particular, since you mentioned about Kashmir, so given the background and the history of this place, what my friend Gurmeet also mentioned in terms of brands not coming up, or Jitendra initially was talking about the business that got impacted at this place for 3 decades before the onset of COVID. So we were culturally left a bit behind because the cross-cultural bondings and interactions were not there in the absence of any tourism. So basics like welcoming a guest at the hotel, for example, I'm sure in other companies as well, in ITC, we have a basic welcoming style of saying namaste with folded hands. But one needs to be culturally sensitive about this place, given the population of the local community. People might not be, very, very eagerly willing to go for it. So we got to be a little flexible in these cases, though I don't have such scenario out there in the hotel, but we are open and flexible to this.
But I guess
we
in
don't.
hospitality, it comes naturally to us on how to handle all these issues with aplomb.
That is where when you're saying I'm a local, originally I'm from this place, so that also helps a lot.
Yeah.
And as I said, though this is a parameter, but then I haven't seen any any issues with regards to these welcome style standards of saying namaste or folding your hands while welcoming a guest. But as I said,
thank you, Roop. Roop, I'll have
Yeah.
to move now. So I
Sure.
have to now head off, take a flight to Katra and meet my good friend Ritesh over there. Ritesh, it's time to pick on your nibble on your brains. You're sitting where most people from India head, Mata Vaishno Devi. You're like the epicenter of the spiritual circuit.
Very true.
How can we examine the significance of the spiritual circuit, encompassing places of worship for various faiths and its impact on tourism? Like I said, you've got Vaishno Devi next to you, or in fact, you are next to Vaishno Devi.
Mhm.
You've got Shir Bhavani, you've got the Amarnath Shrine, you've got so much happening, right? So why don't you talk to us about this?
So, Mr. Khanna, what I'll straight away start to say, like spiritual tourism.
First of
is,
all, Jai Mata Di.
Yeah. So I was coming
So
to
let's
that also.
begin with that.
So first of all, Jai Mata Di to everyone, to you and my
Yeah.
fellow panelists
Yeah.
and the viewers. So what I like to say is like spiritual tourism, it offers actually a unique opportunity to connect with the local culture, rich culture and the religious traditions of that area. So I would like to focus on Katra since I'm based in Katra, and Mata Vaishno Devi is, which is situated on the foothills of the Trikuta mountain. It's a famous pilgrimage destination. So as a city, Katra, the entire economy of the city evolves around this destination. So that's the prime source. So what exactly is happening? Like all my other panelists had said, that there's a resurgence of tourism in Kashmir, another area. So to be very honest, there's a shrine board which has data and statistics figures are there. So ever since 2012, this is the highest number of pilgrims which are actually coming to Katra. So this year, in most probability, we will be breaking all the records. And to be very honest, I'm lucky enough. Our hotel just opened. It's hardly 9 months old. We opened this year only. So this is one of the newest baby in the town. So, and we are trying to make it a talk of the town. So in last 1 year, ever since I've been in Katra, what I've primarily seen, the entire focus of the local administration is to increase the infrastructure. So the entire, it's hand in glove. So the mindset is the ease of flow to the pilgrimage. So in order to give that ease, the infrastructure has to develop. Like in Kashmir, there was a lack of hotels and branded hotels. The same was the case. The same was the case in Katra. And gradually, if we see in coming 2 years, there are lots of branded hotel which are coming up in Katra. And apart from that, what the administration has done, there's for the ease of pilgrimage, there's a new project like the ropeway which will be straight away from which will straight away go to the Bhavan. So these things, and especially with the new greenfield highway coming in from Delhi to Katra, which is the greenfield express, and it will take hardly 6 hours, if not more, to reach
Are you
Katra.
sure? Can this happen?
Yeah, this will happen, and it's in a very advanced stage, and most probably in the
दिल्ली
next
वाले
year.
तो पागल हो जाएंगे.
So, which is a fact. So, like, to be very honest, apart from the highway, the railway station, the rail connectivity, which happened to Katra, which was earlier not missing, and now this connectivity is going forward to Kashmir. So, it will be
You
a
have a
base.
Vande Bharat coming over there?
Exactly. So we have already Vande Bharat, which is there, and recently, almost 2 weeks back, the government had announced another Vande Bharat, although the dates are not clear, which will be moving from Katra at morning 6 o'clock via Amritsar, Ambala, and Delhi. So we have two Vande Bharats. So this all will increase on the footfalls. And when the footfalls are there, obviously we have to develop the infrastructure to accommodate all those things, all those people. So what gradually is happening, lots of new hotels are coming up. And apart from that, there are lots of other industries booming in order to cater to all these people. So like, for example, standalone restaurants are there. There are different destinations. Like, people are aware that Mata Vaishno Devi Katra is only about Mata Vaishno Devi. But to be very honest, there are other sites close by vicinity like Nau Devi or Baba Dhansar. So these places people are not aware. So now the administration is uplifting these areas, and they also want that apart from the Vaishno Devi, should be also a pilgrimage site. So to give a 360-degree customer the value for money, what I would like to say. So these sites are already also being developed. In doing this hand to hand, how tourism come into play, it's the local entirely driving through this thing. So what I personally feel, that these initiative what the local administration has done, so this will be impacting tourism in a big way, and coming years are very bright for Katra and for J&K. That's what I'd like to say.
So there's another pilgrimage site near Jammu. It's called Kud, where you get
Yes.
Prem Ka Patisa.
True. So it's it's hardly around 30 kilometers from our hotel.
मैं तो प्रेम का पतीसे का दीवाना हूँ, वहां जाके माथा टेको.
So honestly, whenever our guests come, we educate our guests on all these side locations and other. What else there are many foodies who come to Katra. So apart from pilgrimage, there's lots all attached to Katra.
So that's all the more reason why we need more branded and well-managed hotels, professional hotels, right?
Very true.
So there is scope, because the moment you have more branded hotels, more people will come. They all want to travel. Some of them hold back because of the absence of such facilities. Thank you so much, Ritesh. You've given a very, very good account of the spiritual circuit. I'll take a short break of 15 seconds and I'll come back. Thank you, Diversey. Ritesh, I'll walk across now. In fact, back to my good friend Jitendra Chand. Jitendra, मेरे को ये बताओ, managing assets at such locations has its own sets of operational challenges. Can you unravel the operational challenges faced by luxury hotel general managers, which includes maintenance, revenue, and especially human resources?
Basically, for all this, most of the hotels here, there are three challenges that we face, apart from the weather during this period.
Yes.
Okay, one is because supply chain big issue, because as we mentioned and we've been discussing, very few top end hotels being established in this region. So a lot of stuff, supplies that we require have to be outsourced from other places. Nearest being Delhi, other places in and around Delhi. And right now, the connectivity is only by road. And that a lot of times get disrupted because of whenever there is a heavy rain, snowfall, and all that. So it's not something which can very reliable source. So that is one issue which is faced by all the hotels. Second thing is, in terms of hotels, for heavy, like a lot of maintenance work, the technicians and equipment and servicing also we have to get from outside, because locally that kind of competence and people are not available. So these are the two challenges which most of us somehow manage to handle. The biggest challenge here is the HR in terms of manpower, because since the established chains are not here, the kind of requirement that the hotels have, it's not easily available. And it takes a lot of time for you to get the right kind of candidate and groom and train them and all that. So that's a slightly longer process in getting people ready to take on the expectations or standards that we are all out to set and serve the guests. And second problem is, still, although we've talked that tourism is boomed because of all this resurgence of peace and all that thing, but it is not very easy for us to get people from outside Kashmir to come and start working here. That is a big challenge. And because of peer pressure and, and in fact, nowadays what is happening is, I think the industry as it is struggling to get these people, and everywhere, right across all spectrum of hotels, all locations, there is the shortage of people. So a lot of time what happens, when we identify a candidate and, normally they have a 1 month time for them to join. In this 1 month time, the dropout rate is more than 50 to 60%. Because once they decide to come to Kashmir, because of the family pressure, peer pressure, they get stuck, or they get some other offers, maybe in the same organization where they're working, or other people. So the dropout rate is very high for people to come and join here. And secondly, the people who ultimately come and do join here, they take a lot of time to get adjust to the situation. Adjust to the situation in terms of, because these youngsters nowadays are very aspirational.
Very aspirational.
And they also, so normally what happens in Kashmir, you work and go home and sleep. There is not much of activities available for these youngsters. Like even from a small town, if he comes here, in his spare time or on his off days, there are activities like there are theaters, or there's pubs, these kind of things which the youngsters are looking for. So still these kind of things are not there. Only just recently, maybe 6 months back, we had a PVR which opened up in Srinagar. So that's one theater. But normally,
does it really work? Does it draw crowds?
Yeah, it is. Nowadays it gets a lot of good response. A lot of people are going there. But these kind of activities like spare time, what to do, these are not available. So these are also in fact affect these people, and then they just want to complete that 1 year, 1.5 year, and get that experience, and then move back to their own locations from where they moved.
Or one small incident and they get insecure and they first available excuse and they're out.
That is also one of the reasons, but the biggest reason is they don't have anything to do. You just come work and go back and sleep, and what do you do? How many times can you go to the Dal Lake and move around and all that? So that becomes a big challenge for us. How to keep them engaged? That's HR. The HR is a big challenge, and I don't see it getting resolving in maybe in a short time.
But tell me, Jitendra, What about the local talent coming on board?
So local talent is there, but sometimes, I mean, there is a hotel management institute here. So I think 60% of the students who are there are from outside, so they prefer going back to their own places. And there is this the remaining people, they either they are connected or the families are connected to the hospitality supply chain.
Oh.
Either they are through travel agent or they've got their own some business restaurants or small hotels and all. So they want to go back into that. Whatever remaining are there, there's you weren't surprised this year. I was so surprised when I spoke to the principal recently. There were 16 of them who went and joined a local hospital chain which just opened up recently. 16, 17 students joined there because also the hotel, because of this, what has happened is because of this surge in tourists, all the hotels have got so busy. So these people, some of them, they felt, no, I want to be in this kind of environment.
Oh,
that is another challenge here. So
you've got a huge challenge.
Yeah, it's a big challenge. I mean, and the number of people who are in the Hotel Management Institute, I believe right across all the institute in India is not what it used to be pre-COVID.
So tell me, do you guys get a drink over there?
Yeah, I mean, as of now, as of today, Lalit Hotel is the only hotel which has got a bar in this region. So there are some wine shop, although the government is very, very pushing and promoting for hotels to take up, but because of the religious sentiments here and all, a lot of people, local business owners and all, they don't want to get involved or be associated with business liquor business.
So why take a panga types?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir.
Jitendra, you guys have very broad shoulders. You have to take on a lot of challenge. Yeah.
Thank you.
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. It's a tough job, but you guys are managing it with a lot of equanimity. So yeah, Raj, I want a short, crisp answer on government initiatives. If you can tell us about their impact on hospitality, travel, and tourism. Say for
as Mr. Bhuvanesh,
airports, tunnels, roads, and rails, which enhance accessibility. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Mr. Bhuvanesh, as I even mentioned, the government of India and the J&K's administrator, they are taking very good initiatives in regard of the infrastructures. Like I talk about the rail, as Mr. Ritesh mentions about the new train initiative, Vande Bharat. As if we'll talk about the road, like Delhi to Katra is a 4-way express, 6-line express highway is upcoming. Probably within 2 to 3 years, it would be fully, accessible. So that would be also help out to the tourism of UT, J&K. Else, in 2019, the government has start, additional flights from Jammu to Delhi, Srinagar to Delhi. That is also a good initiative taken by the government. And Jammu to Srinagar, the road expansion work is going on, and then the 2-way tunnel like Kajikund to Banial. Once it would be through, to probably the tourist can be reached Srinagar to Jammu within 6 to 5 hours. As well, the government has launching the biggest international yoga center nearby to Patnitop district Udhampur, which would be shortly launched by government of India. As well, there is another road plan for the like Ranjit Sagar Dam to Kishtwar, Doda, Ranjit Sagar Dam, Anantnag, and Kishtwar. That would be also helpful for the tourists to explore new destinations. Beside this, government of J&K is planning to introduce border tourism. There is a place called Suchetgarh. That it's a very historical place, and it's a killa which is closed. But government is planning to open it for the tourist point of view. That would be also a great initiative, and that would be also helpful for the tourism. And there is a once that Katra to Srinagar, the rail connectivity would start. Probably there is a highest bridge, which is I think in the world. That would be also become the center of attraction. That would be also helpful to increase tourism. Beside this, the government of India and the UT, the administrator has planning to start international river rafting to nearby to Riasi, which was earlier happening in 5 to 6 years back. But after COVID and all, it is not started yet. So probably, and then lithium is found in Riasi. Then the road, the greenfield work would start. So that would be also helpful for the business as well. And the government has taken initiatives to increase like the railway connectivity, air traffic, and the road constructions. Those things would definitely help us to increase the tourism in Jammu as well as Srinagar as well as Ladakh. And the government has taken initiative to make a artificial lake at Jammu nearby to Tabi as well. So that would be those such things really is helpful, and it's a good initiative taken by jointly the government, central government as well as the administrator of the J&K government as well. So it would be all together mutually for Katra as well as other part of the UT would definitely helpful, and the tourist volume would increase, and of course our revenue will increase, and the local people will get the job, and they will not go away from their hometown. And the government is also planning to set like a positive environment in the state, so people start working their nearby areas. They don't go to outside of the state, and they will get their living at their own. And due to that reason, or like local, they can explore their local culture as well with the tourist who travels from outside of Jammu as well as other part of the world as well. The great example, the G20 summit, which was held in month of June, that was the real milestone, and that would be really helpful in all aspects. So
thank you so much, Raji. Thank you so much. Yep. All these initiatives augur well for the industry. They bring in the numbers, and also they give Jammu, Kashmir, and Ladakh great visibility. Thank you so much again.
Yes, sir.
Gurmeet, I have this specific thing to speak to you about, golfing in Jammu and Kashmir. I don't know if it happens in Ladakh or not, but, I see a whole lot of my friends, large groups, they make plans and they travel in groups to Pahalgam, Srinagar, and all these places on golfing trips. So this is one activity that draws large numbers, both domestic and international. How does it help us get, bring more exposure to the state and bring in more big dollar spending tourists? Golfers are big dollar spending tourists.
Absolutely, Bhuvanesh. Rightly said. And I'll tell you that we in Pahalgam as such situated right next to the golf course. So that's how we named our resort as Radisson Golf Resort Pahalgam. And yes, of course, it's a beautiful course, 18-hole full-fledged golf course, right in the mid of the. It's covered by the mountains from all sides. Flora and fauna is at its best over there, and it's world-class golf course in Pahalgam, which is commonly used by the guest who are the golf enthusiast. I had hosted many groups, especially from Maharashtra, from Bangalore, and rest of the part. And these people, they spend luxury time at such lavish golf course over there, and that it's just not spending overnight stay at a hotel. It's just like activity which engages someone. Golf is such a passion for these golf seekers or golf enthusiasts they look for such kind of areas. They look such kind of places wherein these courses are situated at wonderful locations. So Pahalgam is one of the locations, and there are two more prominent golf courses which are there in Srinagar. One is Kashmir golf course, and another one is Royal Spring golf course. So equally good and quite close to the Dal Lake side, and quite close to the airport and city as well. A lot of I have seen lately that trend has changed as well. And in few weeks ago, there was a social event which took place at one of our hotel over here, and one of the function was also celebrated at one of the golf course. So that's just like additional avenue for income, maybe for the golf course as well, and for the state as well. Having said that, there are not many golf courses, just like two in Srinagar and one in Pahalgam, which is very prominent. The Gulmarg has a small golf course, and beside this, Jammu has two more golf courses over there, the Sidra golf course and BS golf course. And Leh as well has a very small golf course on the Manali and Leh highway. What I feel that government should come up with the more proposals to join hands with the hotels and the hospitality authorities to promote this golf tourism in the state, in the area. There is a lot of potential, I can say. It's just not that these golf courses are not being used at its optimum productivity level. So there is a lot to be done by the government as well and by the hoteliers. Me being in Pahalgam and Roop quite close to me, like ITC Pine and Peak, we both understand that there is a lot of potential from these kind of business, which can help the authorities plus the hotels on mutual terms, mutual basis.
But tell me, times like this, when there's a lot of snow, there's no golfing, of course.
Absolutely. So it shuts down during the winter season when the snow completely covers the golf course.
So tell me, do international golfers also come in? Are there some golf tournaments also?
They do come, sir. They do come. There are frequent visits, especially in the season times. A lot of influential golf enthusiasts visit this place. The authorities, they conduct tournaments over here. I had hosted one tournament by the PhD Chamber of Commerce over here, and the local authorities from Srinagar and nearby areas, they conduct tournaments many times over here. So that's a good spirit in the area.
So tell me what, I have one query. Tell me, have foreigners started coming in for vacations?
They do, sir, but
golfing or non-golfing?
Golfing, of course, yes, but the percentage is very less. I must say that if you talk about the number to number, it's 1.5 or nearly 2%, not more than that, which takes solid interest in golfing.
No, but मेरे को ये बताओ, non-golfing NRIs or foreigners, are they also coming in?
Yes.
In numbers or a small percentage?
Small percentage, sir. A small percentage.
So
even NRI.
That opportunity is yet to open.
Correct. And that the government has to look into more promotional campaigns for conducting their golf courses. Because it's completely governed by the authorities over there, and we being hoteliers has good rapport with them, and of course we would like to promote this golf tourism on a large scale in our area. Yes, but the golf course are majorly, as I told you, that controlled by the government bodies, so it needs to be kept open for the people who are like non-golfers as well, because it's just like a place of interest, you can say, and there is a practice range as well. People can at least go to the golf range and just get a look of the golf course, how it looks, how people play over there, and certain more activities can be added to golf ranges.
True. So it becomes a complete package. Thank you so much, Gurmeet. I'm happy I actually asked you this question, right? I had it in my mind. Yeah. Roop, thanks again, Gurmeet. I'll walk across to Roop. Roop, if I may just pick on your mind again for your second one. Doing everything on your own is impossible. Be it hospitality or any business, it's all about building brand partnerships or brand relationships, right? if you can help us explore the dynamics of operating under brand partnerships and highlight the challenges and collaborations that define successful luxury hotel management.
Yes, very pertinent question with regards to this locality. As Gurmeet, responding to his earlier question, initial question, was talking about the brands not being available enough numbers out here. So, brand partnership for hotels, that involves a joint effort of two partners, two hotel businesses to boost sales or market share. When multiple brands come together, they can have great coordinated strategies and develop better products, get more customers, extend their services. So, hospitality industry is getting competitive by the day, and if brands can come together, of a brand with a standalone hotel can come together and they can collaborate, they will be definitely able to help each other grow and work on their strengths. Brand in itself cannot offer anything and everything. However, if it partners with another business partner, they can neutralize their disadvantages and they can gain additional strengths together. That is why brand partnership is there into existence. Now, what does it do? What are the advantages? How does it help? Of course, it expands your reach for both the partners, be that the brand, be that the hotel owned by someone here. So both partners expand their reach. You increase your customer reach and gain more customers into your fold. Through this marketing partnership, one can reach to customers through your partner. The other benefit of partnerships with the brands is getting new ideas. When you work with a different partner, you can gain more ideas and insights from each other. You can share your experiences and gain insights from them that will be applicable to your partnership and your business. It helps in enhancing your SEOs, search engine optimization, what we call technically here. So with the help of partnership marketing, hotels can promote each other's content with the help of blogs, website mentions. You can share your website and page links on your blogs. Link sharing can help in SEO and increase each other's web page ranking on the internet. Marketing cost. Many hotels have to incur lot of marketing cost.
But
With
tell me,
nothing
for local brand partnerships, do you have local vendors available over here, or you can do it
So-
online from anywhere?
No, so locally it's not available in that greater content. So that's why, in order to enhance the tourism of this place, though there are quite a number of hotels, like Gurmeet was saying earlier, in terms of numbers, and some decent hotels in terms of the product what they offer or the services what they offer. But it is very important for the local hotel owners to partner with national or internationally renowned brands, so as to enhance the services and the offerings to the clientele, and be there in the market. But having said that, apart from these strengths and these benefits that we get out of this brand partner relationship, so there are challenges as well. So specifically to this place, there are hotels which are owned by local hotel owners, and their expectations are huge. If a owner is partnering with a good brand, so he would expect a lot from the brand itself.
Anybody would actually. Anybody would. Why and why not?
Yeah, and yes, no, I mean, at times there are multiple owners for one particular hotel, and when they brand with so that conflict of interest at times does interfere, and that is where the role of a general manager comes into being, because he's bridging the gap between the owner and the brand. Yes,
Good.
so that's my
Thank you
take
so
on
much, Roop. It's not easy being a general manager. Like I keep telling people, it's a 24/7 job, and you're managing many partners on the bed. So yeah,
That's true.
all right. So let me walk across back to Katra. Ritesh, you know, one of the most important jobs for a general manager is managing guest satisfaction, right?
True.
And no amount of strategies work over there. It's your work which speaks for itself. And one
Exactly.
small goof up by one small employee somewhere in the corner of the hotel, and all your good work goes down the drain. So if you can tell us about the strategies employed by general managers to ensure guest satisfaction amidst the distinctive cultural experiences offered by the regions.
So, Mr. Khanna, what personally I like to say, and this is my personal belief, that in case your employees are happy, they'll make your guest happy. So, my entire focus or my 360-degree approach is to keep my employees happy. So, happier the employees, and that will reflect into once they are on the shop floor, interacting with the guest and other things. So, that's the key strategy, and that's the prime focus what we do out here. And secondly, what I personally believe that curating that touch points or the tailor-made packages for the guest. So those things matter a lot, and especially with regards to Katra. Like let's say I'll focus on the pilgrimage guests who are coming to Katra out here. So they are coming with a mindset to get the holy blessings of Mata Vaishno Devi. So the minute they come to to Katra, maybe by a road or train or any other form of transportation, from a distance only they can see the entire track and the way to the Bhavan. So they immerse into that devotional thing. So what we do, my colleague earlier was saying that in Kashmir to say namaste can be a culturally challenging, although he hasn't faced it earlier. So same ways in Katra, the standard greeting, although there's no limitations or no foundations which IIG or Holiday or any other brand does. So the standard greeting is Jai Mata Di. So the minute you walk into a hotel, forget about the hotel. Even you go to a local shop, or if you go to a local taxi or an auto driver, that's the standard greeting. That's Jai Mata Di. Talking about my hotel in particular, so that's our also standard greeting. And second is the minute they come in, the patka which has Jai Mata Di written on it. So that is given to each and every guest who walks into our hotel. So straight away they immerse into that devotional spiritual mindset. So that's welcoming them. Secondly, what I second thing is that uh, as a brand or as a holiday inn, we have a very unique thing like kids stay and eat free. So in anywhere, any holiday inn across the globe, in case there are kids, they stay and eat free below 12 years of age. So
I'm a
that's
kid. I'm a kid. I'm below 12 years.
I've been just born yesterday, sir. So, keeping the jokes apart, that's the brand value, the things
Very
which comes
nice.
with the brand. So, as a brand, Holiday Inn, as a brand IIG, that's what we have brought to the Kashmir market or to the Katra market. Second thing, what I tell my team members and colleagues is that, to be very honest, there's a phrase like there should be ears to hear in the hotel. So you should have ears at different points who can hear open-heartedly to our guests. So what we have in IG that we have a guest experience champion. They are specially trained and focused to cater to the guest needs at various touch points. For example, in front office, on other various touch points, all departments. And apart from that, the most important thing is to take the feedback from the guest. It can at times things can go wrong. Let's be very honest. We have to accept it, and we have to train ourselves. So we have a lot of focus on training our employees. And as even Jitendra said earlier, that to get the manpower or to get the skilled manpower is a big challenge, even in Kashmir or even in entire JNK. So whatever manpower we have, we obviously try to have more local people on board. So our focus is very much on training. And to be very honest, seeing the future of hospitality in this entire JNK, what we have done, we have just tied up with Jammu University. So the dean of the university was here, and they're starting a tourism course, and they want our HODs to go and give small lectures on hospitality. So we are trying to create the next generation for this thing. Apart from that, uh, is I'll say the culinary diversity that is more important. Because in Katra, pilgrimage comes with the mindset that they don't want to have onion garlic. So we have specially curated our meals, our menus, wherein we can cater to all the guests, all
Tell me,
their
do you
needs.
also serve non-vegetarian or it's
No, no,
only?
no, 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 no. So there's no non-vegetarian, no alcohol. It's a pure vegetarian town, I'll say, not a city. So there's
तो
no
बाहर
alcohol.
बाहर जाके सब मुर्गे पाड़ते हैं.
That's like you are a vegetarian. I'm sure you'll not.
I am a vegetarian, I know ना. So वैष्णो देवी जा रहे हैं तो vegetarian यहाँ आ रहे हैं तो बोतल खुल गई.
No, apart from that, I'll be very honest, Mr.
I
Khanna.
didn't know,
I'll be
since I've never been to Jammu Kashmir, I didn't
yes.
know that Katra and all were all vegetarian.
So Katra, the vicinity of 10 kilometers is pure vegetarian, no alcohol, no non-veg. You get it. You have to move outside of Katra and you will get it.
So why
And
not? I mean, why not? I mean,
it's been, I think it's ever since, if I'm not wrong, it's been 20 years or so. It's been banned by the local authorities.
so also when
basically
you
the
go to
sentiments.
Amritsar to Harmandir Sahib, the entire area around Harmandir Sahib, there are no,
Yes.
it's all
Yes.
vegetarian, there's no alcohol.
Yes. So, I guess basically going with the sentiments of the people of the
And
town.
absolutely, we have to respect that.
Yes.
You know, so good. So I am all geared up to come across to Katra, Srinagar. I've never seen all that. You know, so for me, the charm is extremely huge. I mean, this is something in my years I've never done, but I've traveled so much, lived all over the world. But अपना ही मुल्क नहीं देखा तो क्या देखा, है ना? So good. Jitendra, I'll thank you, but पहले मैं रितेश को कर दूं. Ritesh, thanks a pile. Yeah, that was a good
Thank you, sir.
response.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Khanna. Thank
you
you,
know,
everyone.
It's been a wonderful show to we're past the last response. It's been a wonderful show. I was really looking forward to this and hosting this. So with this we've done Gujarat to the northeast, we've done Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and we've gone through the center. We've done Indore, we've done Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, all of it. So this is episode number 34. Thanks a pile. You guys are rock stars, like I keep saying. It's not easy. It is not easy being a hotel general manager. It's tough. Look at you guys over here. You know, Gurmeet has his family in Delhi, and then his son is going out. Ritesh, Jitendra has just come today. Roop is a local who was in Delhi, who's there now. So tough job, but you guys are heroes. You're doing great work. You carry your brands on your shoulder day in and day out. Thank you for being there. Don't go away yet. Let me conclude the show. If I was to conclude this episode, it unfolds the narrative of these two union territories as burgeoning hubs of tourism, irrespective of the fact that brands have come in, but have to really come in with power brands. You know, your brands are power brands, but more power brands. They beckon travelers with their cultural richness, to these pristine landscapes. And you as general managers emerge as pivotal architects who steer luxury hotels to new heights, navigate operational challenges, and contribute to the collective narrative of Jammu, Kashmir, and Ladakh on the global hospitality stage. Thank you, gentlemen, for being there. I must also thank my colleagues at Businessworld. Thank you all. You know, bringing these shows to you is not easy. There's a whole lot of work going on over there. Scheduling, the planning, the scripts, the questions, tying up with all the speakers, bringing you all in and presenting and showcasing the talent that you bring to the table and the quality of discussions to the hospitality, travel, tourism, and F&B fraternity, and to all the students who are watching us across hospitality schools. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll also thank Diversey with this. Friends, this was episode 34 that we are just concluding. Coming week, we do the last two shows of season 2. Episode 35 will be on Agra, and on the 28th of December, which is a Thursday, again 4 p.m. And the last episode of the season, episode 36, will be Friday, December 29, after which we close the year, close the series. And where best to close the series? We'll be closing the series in Amritsar, right? Where we go and bow our head to our Baba Nanak, to Harmandir Sahib. You know, what a blessing this is. I'm in Katra today. I'm going to be in Amritsar. I'll also be in Chandigarh. We'll be also logging in from Ludhiana. So it'll be a great show to attend, watch. Punjab and Chandigarh have a lot to give, and especially from my most beloved city of Baba Nanak, of the Harmandir Sahib. Be there, watch us. And now let me thank you all. Jitendra, thank you for being there. You've come all the way from Hyderabad and logged in after landing, soon after landing in Srinagar. Thank you so much for being there. Raj, thank you for being there. You had a bit of a IT challenge. We overcame that. Thank you so much. And then Gurmeet. Gurmeet, you're just going to be seeing your son off. Have you seen him off, or is he yet to leave?
Seen him off.
Oh, you've seen him off?
Tonight.
All
Yes.
right. So he's on a flight already.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for being there. You beat the odds and came in live. I'm grateful to you. All right. Roop Pandita, my good friend. I used to go and have a meal at his hotel, the Fortune in Delhi. Thank you for being there, Roop. God bless you. Last but
Thank
not
you.
the least, Ritesh, thank you. And Jai Mata Di to you all. Namaskar. Good evening. And you make our show look so good. The quality of discussion has been very nice. And I'm grateful to you. Thank you, gentlemen. Bye, Jitendra, Ritesh,
Thank
Roop,
you.
Raj,
Bye.
and Gurmeet. Sat Sri Akal.